Hi lovelies, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors, and this is your weekly spiritual reading for the 18th to the 25th of November. Please like, share and subscribe if you can. Hit the bell so that you're getting reminders that I am around. Just a couple of announcements. I am going to be doing personals as from the middle of January. So look out for that, and there will be some special offers around to get that kick started. Oh. Right, I think that's our start. So that's Earth, that's your physical issue. That's a very nice physical issue to start with. Keep in mind this is a spiritual reading. So your second one is water, how this affects your feelings. Oh. And then air, how this affects your thoughts for the 18th to the 25th. What you may have to surrender or leave behind. What may the collective have to surrender or leave behind 18th to the 25th of November for this spiritual reading, please? Okay, and Spirit, what lies in your heart, please? Yeah, we don't want all of those. There's too many. It'll come back out again if it's supposed to be there. Another spirit card, please, for the spiritual reading. Oh. Okay. And an outcome, please, for the spiritual reading. Thank you. Okay, so for your spiritual reading, the Earth card, which is the issue, the physical issue, this is the Horned God. Now, he is the keeper and protector of the forests and of wild animals. And I think that the issue that's coming up that I got very loudly was that some of you are wishing that you could do more around conservation. I'm getting this feeling that you're torn between doing something big and wonderful or doing something very small and close to home. Do you know what? It doesn't matter how small you start as long as you start. And the reason I say this is because how it affects your feelings. You have the Earth Mother, and she is also the protector of the earth. She's also the life giver. She breathes life into everything. She brings the crops on. She brings all the baby animals. She brings the cornucopia with her. She's very heavily pregnant. And I kind of get that this spiritual reading goes to your very core. This is something that you are so desperate to do, but you are kind of like, I don't think you quite know how to go about it or how to do it. And I've just been kind of like, but some of you may have had a bad experience by offering up your thoughts and feelings, and now you're kind of feeling that you're a little bit closed off from it. But don't be. Little things that you can do at home can have a massive effect on the whole world. You don't have to go and save the elephants in order to make a difference. You could save the bees in your own back garden. You could have a bug hotel. You could select plants and that the bees will thrive in, which means that your crops and everything will be pollinated. So whatever this is, whatever the environmental thing is that you're kind of like thinking about, I am getting a strong pull that this is about saving something, either a woodlands or some habitat that is going to affect animals, that if it goes, and I know you really want to do this, you really want to help, but little things can make the biggest of differences around you. So in your third part of this reading, you've got air. And this is your thoughts in your head. And your thoughts in your head is the 9 of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. It's fulfilling your dream, whatever that dream is, because it's spiritual reading. Those cups will have knowledge, wisdom, spirituality. Of course, it's going to have love, but not necessarily in love. But that is your wish fulfillment. So I'm kind of getting that you need to get your thoughts and put them into practice, rather than just letting it go because it's easier not to do anything than it is to plan ahead. So whatever your feelings and thoughts are, so this is your feelings, this is your thoughts. Those cups are up the right way. They are there for you to use. Don't plan everything around readings, crystal balls, and what other people have got to say. Start listening to the inner you, your intuitive you, because this intuitive you knows what this is, what you want to do about it, and how you can start. You know. So what you might need to surrender and leave behind is the moon. And for me, the moon is illumination on something. It's an illumination of truth. It's coming out of the shadows and being counted. It's offering illumination on a pathway. Now for me, the moon is very magical. There is such a massive pull for me with the moon, and I'm not even a water sign, but the moon itself, in my belief system, she's the grandmother. She comes out of overnight to protect and bless us. We charge up all our magical stuff within the moon, and what I'm getting is that you may need to seek a truth and then surrender it. You may need to seek a truth and surrender it, and that may be part of your pathway to getting what you want. It may lead you down a pathway that has been hidden from you for some time and is now opening up and is being illuminated. So in your spirit, in your heart, so I'm kind of getting the feeling that you're quite bound at the moment. You're not seeing things clearly. You're bound, you're tied. But with the 8 of the Thames, I know it says if you're in doubt, do nothing. However, with this particular scenario and the spiritual reading, instead of standing there like a wazzock in these binds, try to meditate. Try to stop thinking. This I'm getting this is so strongly. This is self-restriction. This isn't somebody else doing this to you. This is your thoughts and feelings that is binding you. You are self-restricting yourself in doing what it is that you would love to do by not facing what is being illuminated and surrendering what it is that you need to get yourself out of this self-restriction that you're putting yourself through. So you've then got the Seven of Athames, and this is your outcome. It talks about walking a new path, walking completely differently. I don't know if this is somebody coming out of the city into the country or vice versa, but it's a whole new way of living. It is a whole new way of living that you have never expected to experience. There's somebody waiting for you. You're not turning your back entirely on your past. It has been good to you. Your past, you are still looking over your shoulder at the lessons that you've had, the lessons that you've learned, and from them you are able to then carry on with this new pathway that you are beating for yourself and heading towards that door. So spiritually speaking, my loves, I think you've got a bit of a quest going on, but because you are self-restricting and you're giving yourself information that you can't, that means you won't. But if you give yourself small targets, small little steps to do this in, then you can, and the binds that are holding you back will drop. The blindfold will come off. You'll be able to see the Athames are in a circle of protection around you, and you know, this is saying don't do anything at the moment, but it is self-restriction. You're saying don't do anything at the moment, not anybody else. It's not the spirit world saying that to you, it's you. You are self-restricting. You are holding yourself back. You are stopping yourself being everything that you can be. And one of the reasons you're doing that is because you're frightened of facing whatever this truth is that you need to surrender. And you also are a little bit aware that if you start down this pathway, you have got to leave something behind you. Although you'll still be connected to it by your thoughts and feelings, there is something you are going to have to leave behind. Lovelies, that's your spiritual reading for the 18th to the 25th of November. Please like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications that I've put something up. And have a fabulous week, and I will see you in the next reading. Blessed be. Bye for now.